Recently, I was able to witness the fights of 3 great warriors. His powers were completely absurd. I had never seen anything like it.
What it do? It's your boy, Dragon Ball Art 92, and I'm back with another Kamehameha reaction video. And today we're going to be doing the reaction video to Ultra Vegito is punished for killing Beerus. It's episode 3 of RJ's Ultra Vegito storyline. Make sure before we get to the content, make sure you like the video to help trigger YouTube's algorithm so we can be seen by a bigger audience. And make sure you subscribe to the channel and become a part of the Dragon Ball Art family today. It's great over here, you feel me? Now, let's get to the content. Let's go.
Yes, the next part of this color manga is available right now on my new Patreon to watch straight after this episode. This has been a hugely requested edition, but now you can finally see Ultra Vegito the way it was meant to. Every scene colored perfect to anime standards, just how I imagined it when I first drew it. So join now and be the first to see every episode from just $3 with more and more access at higher tiers. Link is in the description below and pinned comment. Enjoy. So our story continues in the aftermath of Vegito's final Kamehameha on Beerus. The smoke begins to dissipate, gently revealing a figure in the midst. As it finally clears, we see Vegito is breathing heavily, sweat beading from his brow, and his chest rising and falling with speed, huffing and puffing as though his lungs simply cannot receive enough oxygen to keep his body alive. Finally, he gathers his strength and smirking says,
Harry, I will train. Morning, noon.
He's not here anymore. Looks like he got away somehow. I can't seem to sense a trace of him anywhere. I should have known. So typical of Beerus.
So right now,
having said this,
Vegito didn't realize that he killed Beerus. And it's interesting because one thing that I realized is that Vegito kind of underplayed his power. He underplayed how strong he was because he thinking that Beerus either should have been way stronger or had enough power to handle that final Kamehameha he just did to him, you know. But it's interesting because Vegito's unaware that Beerus is gone.
Vegito begins to look, his eyes darting back and forth, searching for any sign of movement that could be Beerus. Vegito doesn't like this. How could Beerus be avoiding his senses in this form? Nothing should be able to escape him. Vegito continues to scan the area, but he finds nothing. It's as if Beerus simply faded away, written out of existence. Vegito's anger begins to rise to a crescendo, his patience running thin before he yells out, "So this is the great Beerus! They didn't tell me you like to run away from fights you cannot win! Show yourself immediately! And let your fate be assured."
The disrespect was so real from Vegito. He was just so confident. He didn't really care at all, bro. He was going to disrespect Beerus no matter what. Every opportunity he got, bro. Like, it's hilarious, bro. It's good story writing, bro.
Do you hear me? Come out now, you coward! Are you going to fight me or not? He soon spots Whis down below and yells out to him, "Whis! What kind of game is this? Since when do so-called gods run and hide from a fight? And to think of all the remarkable things I heard about Beerus's power. Tell me, where is that kitty cat? Has he gone to drink some milk? Take a nap in the sun? Perhaps he's chosen to pick a fight with some mice instead of the—
Bro, go drink some milk? Oh my God. You can't lie, the disrespect was so real. It was so real, bro.
The great Saiyan race before him. This is so unbefitting of a god. But Whis is simply just silent for a moment, a thought growing in his mind, thinking of the right words to say, before then finally looking at Vegito with a face of concern and says, I don't know how else to tell you this, but he is not hiding, Vegito. He is gone. You killed him. Huh? What did you say? Vegito is utterly blindsided by the news. He doesn't know how to compute the words that he just heard. His face contorts into shock at first. I killed him? That's what you're saying? He's no more? Vegito can hardly believe the words are coming out of his own mouth. But then he begins to nervously smile, saying, You must be kidding! There's simply no way that I have killed him! If I truly had, then you wouldn't be so calm about his death!
You see that right there? He said, there's no way I could have killed him because Vegito was underplaying his power, bro. He didn't think he was strong enough to destroy Beerus, even in this form, even with all the cockiness that he, display. He still didn't think that he could destroy Beerus. So that makes the storyline even that much more interesting because he didn't mean to do it. Let's go.
You wouldn't be so emotionless as you are right now. Please, spare me this nonsense and stop with the games. I do not like to indulge in such childish activities. But Whis is eerily devoid of any emotion still, as though he didn't just witness what happened to Beerus. Whis opens his mouth and calmly replies, How else should I be reacting, Vegito? Did you expect something else of me? I am an angel attendant. I exist only to serve the wants and needs of the god of destruction in this universe. Does it alarm you to hear that I have no feelings, either positive or negative, towards my assigned god? That is the way of the angels.
And another thing too, Whis had to be very mentally strong to be able to pull something like that off. All the angels, really, to have no bias in situations, to just be there, just to do the job. Because usually, when you are around somebody or you're doing something for so long, you develop attachments to what you're doing. So not only does it become a job or opportunity or whatever you're doing, it becomes a part of your life. So it's kind of like attached to you. So you have some type of emotional attachment to it. But for the angels to have the ability not to have any emotional attachment to the job that they're doing shows how strong mentally they are. They must always go into a state of meditation, or they just must naturally be at a certain state of peace or understanding to where they can control any emotions or whatever they have, because obviously they do have emotions. Whis express it all the time when he's eating food on Earth. You feel me? He always getting excited, happy, and be in love with the food. So that shows that, they do have emotions. So interesting.
And that is the way that it's always been. There are no childish activities, as you say, just merely duty. Whis then points in a direction and says, If you don't believe me, just look over there, and you will find the answer that you seek. Vegito's eyes flicker in the direction of where Whis is pointing, and for a moment, his facial expression runs cold. It takes him a while to fully believe what he is seeing before...
Look who it is.
Oh,
This
man.
is Julia,
Commercials
a public
again.
security officer. She's among the best
I gotta
in
stay
criminal...
focused, man.
And there, motionless on the floor, is Beerus' arm, the last survivor.
That's savage, bro. Just show the remains of Beerus and just show his arm, bro. Like his body parts been split into pieces, bro. That's savage, bro. Oh my god.
Surviving part of him. The rest has been blasted out of existence. Vegito, still in disbelief, tries to wrap his brain around what is happening. No, there's no way. I don't understand how this can be. This isn't what I wanted. Vegito then closes his eyes in sadness and anger. his emotions getting the better of him, as an ache in his heart begins to swell that only he can feel. He wrestles internally with his feelings as he thinks, How powerful are we in this form? I didn't know that we were capable of such power. I would have held back if I knew this would happen. I would have stopped myself from going too far. Damn it, the Vegito in me got carried away. I lost control. I let this happen. Vegito then flies down to where Beerus' arm lays, completely still on the ground. He stoops down low and slowly picks up Beerus' hand. For a few moments,
Bro, after that heartfelt speech he just gave, right? After the heartfelt speech that he just gave, he goes down and picks up the nigga's arm. Leave the evidence alone, Vegito.
he peers at it sadly, a range of emotions coursing through his body, hating that after everything that has happened, it finally came down to this. What have we done? Following this, Vegito then turns to Whis, his mind churning through options, trying to think of a way to change what happened. He says, So, what happens now? I have a bad feeling about this. I know that they're extremely powerful, but I wouldn't think the Dragon Balls alone had the ability to revive a god. What do I need to do to fix this? I know that this is my wrong, and I have to find a way to make this right, Whis. I will give my life if it means bringing back Beerus. Whis, however, just looks back at him, again with a face that holds no real emotion or tells. I'm sorry, Vegito, but there is nothing you can do now. What's done is done. We cannot turn back time here. Just wait there. Your just reward will come to you now. Goodbye for now.
That was cold though. Why did Whis call it a just reward? Like, what does that even mean, bro? You feel me? It's not like he about to get a Academy Award for the best actor or some shit. So, like, what type of award do you get for killing the god of destruction? You feel me? Like that was a straight, like, deceiving ass way of explaining your punishment is coming.
Suddenly vanishing away to the surprise of Ultra Vegito. But behind Vegito, another set of feet arrived just as fast onto the scene as Whis left it. Huh? This presence, is that you, Beerus? Leaving Ultra Vegito to slowly but assuredly turn around only to be met with a shocking sight. What? What are you doing here? And suddenly standing before him out of nowhere, all 11 gods of destruction appear and surround Vegito, boxing him in from all sides.
Oh yeah, you see it. They ready to fucking smash on Vegito, bro. They are not playing, bro. Look at their faces, bro. They mean mugging, bro. That's like walking past a whole gang, bro. You got on the wrong colors and shit. This is the look they give you. Straight up.
Sides, and there is no escape.
Gang,
We are
gang.
treated to a close-up of their faces. They look hauntingly angry, their teeth gritted and eyes narrowed. There is only one thing on their mind, and that is making Vegito pay for what he has done to Beerus. The two angriest, with bloodlust emanating from them, being Champa, the brother of Beerus, and Belmod, the best friend of the former god of destruction. Vegito is rooted to the spot in shock, unable to believe that the god of destructions would appear and pin their sights on him. This isn't good, and he knows it. He peers at them, unsurely saying, The gods of destruction? What is this? Don't understand what's going on here. What are you all doing? This is about another tournament. This isn't the right...
No, Vegito, that's your ass. They come to collect. They're the soul collectors. They here to collect, bro. They want that blood, bro.
Time.
Blood and
Belmont,
Bones.
though, then notices that in Vegito's hand, he's holding.
Hey, bro, y'all remember that movie Blood and Bones, man? Hey, that was a raw movie, bro. You know, insane martial arts in that movie, man. I forgot the actor, his name, so I don't want to butcher anything, but he went in that movie, bro. But they want the blood and bones, Vegito.
Holding none other than Beerus' severed arm. Belmont at first gains a smirk on his
Vegito,
face,
you shouldn't have touched the
almost
evidence.
unbelieving of the audacity of Vegito to hold his victim's arm like a trophy, saying, "You Saiyan scum, the truth is out in the open now. So you were the one who killed our fellow god." Before outreaching his hand in a rage and yelling, "I bet you thought you'd get away with this, didn't you, mortal? Well, we will not stand for this. You will pay, you treacherous scum. Do you hear me? You will pay!" He then looks to the other gods, who are all in agreement, now knowing their worst fears are confirmed and the assailant is right before them. There's a hunger in the eyes of the 11 gods, a hunger for Vegito's blood and pain. They lack no confidence, as they know together, however strong Ultra Vegito may be, he stands no chance against the 11 strongest in the multiverse. And with a sorrowful rage, Champa yells, "Gods of destruction, hear me! We shall do this for Beerus! We cannot allow his death at the hands of this Saiyan scum to go unpunished! We must work together to bring this trash to justice! Nobody murders a god of destruction."
But one thing that I kind of don't understand is, what do they expect, bro? If they go around fighting, challenging, and destroying shit, what makes them think that if somebody actually steps up to stand up for themselves and actually beat them and destroy them, what do they expect? Oh, they go come after every mortal in that universe because somebody stood up and actually defeated the god of destruction? Like, you know, so I don't know, bro. For them to want to jump into somebody else's universe and interfere in their, you know, business or whatever the case being because they got destroyed, then it just kind of puts a weird effect over it. They just have the ability to go around and destroy shit and killing motherfuckers. And if motherfuckers decide to stand and they get beat, they got backup coming to destroy. It's like, what the? There's no win to that.
And is allowed to get away with it. Nobody! Hakai! What? Vegito begins to panic, worry written all over his face as all 11 gods of destruction who are surrounding him place their hands out ready to Hakai him. Vegito knows there is no escape now. His fate has been sealed. In the shock of this unbelievable turn of events, even the cocky Ultra Vegito can barely say a thing, petrified in the spot. But with no mercy, in unison, the 11 gods of destruction start to Hakai Vegito, and a tremendous ball of dark destruction energy begins to emanate in tandem from their outstretched hands, before they finally yell, "Hakai!" Vegito releases a scream that could strip paint from the walls. He's in sheer, utter agony, trapped and
my question is too about the moves, which I'm gonna do some research on. The one move that Beerus did to Zumasu, the one where he put his hand to his face and then Hakai him and then he just erased. Is that a different version of this attack where they actually shoot a Hakai ball? You know, and which one is more powerful? You know, that's my question. I'm gonna end up looking that up. But if anybody knows the answer to that question, leave a comment in the comment section. Let's go.
defenseless in a massive concentrated ball of Hakai. There is no way out for him. He is subject to the punishment from the gods, and nothing can save him now. But suddenly, just as fast as they arrive, the 11 gods and Vegito vanish from the scene as if they were never there to begin with. Whis, who now reveals himself to still have been nearby, then finally begins to show some emotion as he looks on astounded as to what has just happened to Vegito and the gods. Whis then says, with remorse in his voice, "Only Zeno knows what horrible fate lies for those mindless individuals that dare to kill a god. Accident or not, I leave this up to you now, Father. Vegito's destiny is in your hands."
Bro, you can't tell me that's not cold-blooded, though, bro. That's not cold-blooded, bro. So a nigga can start a fight with you, get beat up, and then get no punishment, bro. You still get punished after you fucking defend yourself. That is crazy work, bro. Great storytelling, though.
Vegito then appears in a strange place. This same location, Goku first met the Grand Priest, Zeno, and his guards. He sinks to his knees, weak, hurt, and coughing in pain. His body barely able to function after the agonizing punishment.
And that move obviously must be weaker than the other move that I was talking about with when Beerus did to Zamasu, because he's still alive, bro. I mean, if they Hakkai'd him, he should have been erased, but he did get transported, and I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the Grand Priest and Zeno.
Just received. What happened? Vegito gets up feebly and scans the desolate area. Nothing stirs. It seems as though he's the only one there. He says, "Where did those gods go? Did they spare me? Did they finally see that what happened to Beerus was an accident? Surely they must know I didn't mean to kill him. That isn't me." But as Vegito self-reflects, out of nowhere, a stern voice hits Vegito's ears, calling out from the distance saying, "Don't be so foolish, Saiyan. No, of course they did not spare you. Why would they ever do that? In fact, they brought you here for an even worse fate." You! Vegito turns around to see that Zeno is standing there with his two guards and the Grand Priest. They're staring right at him as though they were looking into his very soul, scrutinizing Vegito's every movement. The subtle, happy, and calming nature of the Grand Priest and Zeno have now worn off. It is almost like they are now two entirely different entities. Vegito is in utter disbelief and says, "Zenchan, is that really you? So it was you who was behind all that? What is going on here? This is a big misunderstanding. I hope you realize." And still in pain and wrecked with fatigue,
I'm wondering if the Grand Priest and Zeno seen everything that happened. If they seen everything that happened and still judge Vegito like this, they actually have some bias, bro. You know, and that's a little bit evil in my eyes. You know what I mean? It's not a balanced look, because I mean, where's the justice in that? You know, Beerus starts a fight, Vegito wins, and he gets punished for being a winner. So that's crazy work. And then he was forced into the fight. He didn't even want to fight. Well, you know, Goku did. They wanted to fight individually, but not as Vegito. You know, so it's just crazy work, bro. It's crazy work.
Vegito begins naively walking over to Zeno, saying, "Listen to me carefully. You know me. I didn't mean to do any of this. It's not what I wanted. If there's a way to bring Beerus back, I'll do it. Just... This is..." But before he can move any further, Vegito looks down and sees one of Zeno's guards has appeared right in front of him and delivered an excruciating punch right in his gut, with the guard confidently saying, "Stand back. Move only when told to move, mortal."
Are you older than 18? We're looking for motivated people to take online cybersecurity classes.
Vegito coughs out blood in pain. The wear and tear on his body from the 11 gods Hakkai'ing him has made him too slow to react to the punch. Vegito can only drop onto one knee, saying, "Damn, they're really fast and strong. I didn't see it coming. It was onto me before I could even move." Knowing that violence isn't the answer here, Vegito then looks up to Zeno again and says, "Zenchan, stop this madness. Please just listen to me for a moment. Let me explain what's going on. It's me, Goku. Well, right now I'm actually Goku and Vegeta combined together,
bro.
but you know me,
Yeah.
and you know this isn't right. Just give me a second to explain myself, damn it." But his words fall on deaf ears. Zeno doesn't want to hear the words coming out of his mouth, and much less the Grand Priest, whose face becomes even more unimpressed and dark in nature. In a blur of extreme movement, fitting of the father of all angels, the Grand Priest stealthily appears behind Vegito, evading his senses, and knocks him out from behind.
It looked like the Grand Priest was using the Vegito's sword, energy sword, to knock him out. That's how fast the Grand Priest moved his hand. Insane speed, bruh.
With one perfect blow. No! And with just that one move, the Grand Priest, ranked one of the 4 strongest in the multiverse, knocks Vegito straight to base and onto the ground, unconscious like a mere child. With Vegito now out for the count, the Grand Priest, with a stern face, looks down and says, "That will be enough talking. Do you not see that we do not need any more explanation from you? Your judgment is near and will come from Zeno in the next few days, God Killer. Until then, you have our permission to rot here in silence." The scene then goes pitch black as some time passes by. Let me out of here! And from the pitch black, we are treated to a shocking image of a severely bloody and bruised Vegito who is now suspended in midair by a jungle of chains that bind him from the walls and ground. Now topless, each one wraps around a limb from his feet to his legs, his arms and his neck. He's completely bound, trapped and nowhere to escape. This is the tragic end of Ultra Vegito. Or is it? But that was it for today's video.
So that was the end of the episode. And it was actually a pretty good one, man. Like, real talk. So I wonder what's going to happen next with Ultra Vegito. Like, honestly. You know, I wonder why they just didn't destroy him or delete him right then. Like, what were they waiting for? You know, and that also makes me think too that they know they were doing something wrong, bro. Like, because it don't make any sense for them to keep him alive if they were just going to punish him, you know. But it's great storytelling, though. Real talk, great story writing. So that's it for the video today, you guys. Make sure you hit the like button again to trigger YouTube's algorithm. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and always believe in yourself. Because ain't nobody else gonna do it, man. Dragon Ball Art 92. I'm out. Peace!
Recently, I was able to witness the fights of 3 great warriors. His powers were completely absurd. I had never seen anything like it.